You've tried the tea, the magnesium spray, the wind-down routine, and you're still lying there wired at midnight. But the calm you keep reaching for might not be in a supplement, it might be on your plate. What you eat in the last hour before bed sends a direct chemical signal to your nervous system. Stay on guard or stand down. And most of us eat in a way that keeps the alarm on. Tonight, that changes. Here are 4 ordinary foods that gently tell your body it's safe to switch off, and exactly how to use them. First, why food at all? Because the chemicals that calm you down aren't just floating around in your brain. Your body builds them from what you eat. Serotonin, the settling signal. Melatonin, the sleep hormone. And GABA, the brake pedal of an overactive mind. All of them are made from raw materials on your plate. And here's the part most people miss. A huge share of that chemistry is manufactured in your gut, then carried up to your brain along the vagus nerve. So a calm, well-fed gut sends fewer alarm signals and more you're safe signals to a nervous system that won't switch off. That's the bridge. Now, the 4 foods that supply the raw materials. Food number 1, kiwi. It looks far too simple to matter, but it's one of the most studied bedtime foods there is. Kiwi is naturally rich in serotonin and in antioxidants like vitamin C and folate, nutrients that help quiet inflammation and support that settling signal. In one often cited study, people who ate 2 kiwis about an hour before bed fell asleep faster and stayed asleep longer over a few weeks. You don't need a prescription for that. Here's how to use it. Eat 2 ripe kiwis around 60 minutes before bed. Skin on if you can handle it, because that's where much of the fiber lives, and fiber feeds the gut bacteria doing the calming work. Simple, cheap, and it works while you sleep. Food number 2, Tart cherries. Not the sweet ones in a fruit salad. Tart, sour cherries, or their juice. Tart cherries are one of the very few foods that contain real melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain the day is finally over. They also help your body hold on to tryptophan, the building block it turns into serotonin and then melatonin. Research on tart cherry juice has linked it to more total sleep time and better sleep quality. How to use it? Have a small glass of pure, unsweetened tart cherry juice or a handful of the fruit in the last hour of your evening. Keep the portion small. This is a signal, not a dessert. And look for no added sugar, because sugar late at night does the exact opposite of calm. Food number 3, pumpkin seeds. If your mind starts racing the second your head hits the pillow, this one is for you. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest everyday sources of magnesium, the mineral your nervous system uses to power down. Low magnesium is quietly common, and it can leave the body tense, twitchy, and easily startled. Magnesium helps switch on GABA, the same brake pedal that quiets a spinning mind. Pumpkin seeds also carry tryptophan and zinc, which your body needs to actually turn that tryptophan into calm. How to use it? A small handful, about an ounce, in the evening. Not a fan? A few almonds do a similar job. You're not snacking, you're topping up the exact mineral a wired nervous system runs low on. Food number 4 brings us full circle, back to the gut. Fermented foods. Plain yogurt, kefir, a little sauerkraut, or kimchi. Here's why they belong on a nervous system list. Certain gut bacteria actually produce GABA, that same calming brake chemical, right there in your digestive tract. Feed and support those bacteria, and you strengthen the "you're safe" signal traveling up the vagus nerve to your brain. Over time, a calmer gut becomes a calmer mind. How to use it? A small serving of a live culture yogurt or kefir earlier in the evening, not right at bedtime, so digestion doesn't wake you later. Look for live and active cultures on the label and keep the added sugar low. This is the slow one. It doesn't hit tonight. It quietly changes your baseline over weeks. So let's turn 4 foods into one simple routine. Earlier in the evening, have your fermented food, the slow, baseline builder. Then, in the last hour before bed, reach for the fast signals. 2 kiwis, a small glass of tart cherry juice, or a light handful of pumpkin seeds. Pick 1 or 2. You don't need all 4 every night. Keep the portion small and light, so your body is winding down, not digesting a heavy meal. And notice the setting. Eat this quiet snack with the lights low, not under bright kitchen light or a screen, so the food and the room tell your nervous system the same thing: the day is over. Just as important is what you leave off the plate. A heavy late dinner, sugar, caffeine, and that last glass of wine all flip the alarm back on, no matter how good your snack was. You don't have to force your nervous system to calm down. You can feed it what it needs to get there on its own. So start with one food tonight.